While Israelis are jubilantly celebrating, rightfully so, the return of the three hostages, it's important to note that the Canadian hostage, Judith Weinstein, who was killed in Hamas captivity and whose body is being held inside Gaza, is still there, and the Canadian government has taken no action to return her. Now, while Canada lets its own citizen, Judith Weinstein, stay in Hamas captivity and her remains are not returned to her family, Canada is supplying cash, $3,000 for every Gazan who arrives in Canada and $1,500 to every Gazan child who arrives in Gaza, plus extraordinary amounts of humanitarian aid going to Gaza. Now, the Canadian government has the simple ability to leverage its power and support to return its own citizen, Judith Weinstein, to her family. But it so far hasn't. It hasn't leveraged. We haven't seen Canada rallying its allies, diplomatic work with Qatar. We have seen nothing to bring Judith Weinstein back. And Canadian Jews are looking at this after 15 months where they wonder if their government even cares about them, where they've seen the government let these violent mobs roam Jewish neighborhoods in Canada, and they're seeing Judith Weinstein being left in Gaza, and they are wondering, does our government even care about us? Does our government even think that if you're Jewish, you're an equal Canadian citizen? So, my call from here to Prime Minister Trudeau and to the Foreign Minister Melanie Joly is to make a simple statement. No aid or no actual steps that Canada is going to do to help Gaza unless the people of Gaza return the remains of Judith Weinstein. And if you can't return it, it turns out it's not that urgently needed. Time to take action. Time to speak to allies around the world, time to speak to Qatar, time to speak to whoever's involved and demand the return of Judith Weinstein. It's going to send a clear message that Canada cares about its citizens. It's going to send a clear message that Canada doesn't see its Jewish citizens as second-class citizens, which many Jews, myself included, believe at this moment. And it's going to strengthen Canada's ability to leverage its power around the world, not just to be handing out free handouts to whoever it is that wishes, but actually making demands in return, something that will make all Canadians better off, all Canadians safer, and will improve our international standing as Canadians. So it's time to get Judith Weinstein back. It's time to leverage our power. It's time to leverage our aid and support and to bring Judith Weinstein's remains to her family right now. Thank you.